Now this is a setting we have not witnessed before. A deep fog? Either this is going to be a spooky episode, or this is going to be just for this specific scene. And I highly doubt the latter. Actually, it was because of Percy telling a story to Thomas and Toby about something he heard his driver talking about. What he overheard was a story about a ghost train that ran the lines. Percy thought it was a great story, but Thomas felt he was just being silly. Whether or not the story was true, the beginning music definitely set a dark tone. Cripes. Those bass synthesizers at those levels sound extremely ominous. As much as I prefer film and TV scores to be organic in sound with actual orchestras, Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell really know how to compose effective music on a synthesizer-based score. Percy then felt it was necessary to confirm for himself what he heard was true.
"Thomas didn't believe in your ghost," said Percy next morning. His driver laughed. "Neither do I. It was a pretend ghost on television." Percy was disappointed.
Wait a minute. Percy spoke to his driver in the morning? That very well looks like the same time he just spoke to Thomas. Moving on, believe it or not, the darkness didn't bother Percy a whole lot. Which surprises me because look at those trees. Who on earth would ever have those trees planted in their yard if they were going to look that gnarly? Those kinds of trees are only the ones found in horror films. But there was more than just mangled trees hanging around the rails.
But a broken cartload of lime lay ahead. Sam the farmer had just gone for help.
Oh, come on, Percy. You just came back from the works after your second troublesome truck accident. How many more times are you going to run into things? Percy quickly went to the next signal box, only to meet Toby there. The idea then came to his funnel that it would be a great idea to scare Thomas, since he looked like a ghost. Toby happily obliged and ran off to warn Thomas of the ghost coming his way. My question is, why was Sam the farmer taking a cart of lime out so late in the night? I don't know. I think he's got some other business going on under the table.
"I've just seen something," said Toby. "It looked like Percy's ghost. It said it was coming here to warn us." "Huh! Who cares? Don't be frightened, Toby. I'll take care of you."
Don't kid yourself, Thomas. You know, you may be bigger than a human being, but you're not that big to scare off anything bigger than you. Even more amazing to me is that Toby was able to convince Thomas of this ghost story. Thomas must be so caught up on how great he is, he's completely ignoring the fact that Toby isn't really that good a liar. But like right on cue, Percy started playing his cheekiest trick yet.
"Let me in!" wailed Percy. "No, no, not by the smoke of my chimney, chim. "Oh dear," exclaimed Thomas. "It's getting late. Oh, I'd no idea. Oh, I must find Annie and Clarabelle."
Oh yeah, you'll protect Toby all right. Thomas, you're such a hack. Astonishingly, he didn't even realize it was Percy for two reasons. One being that both Toby and him were exchanging lines like it was the Three Little Pigs, and two being that he couldn't see behind him anyway, so how would he know? Thomas is like a super dunce in this entry. If Thomas really wanted to be frightened, Shed 17 would really do the trick. Yes, I am no stranger to that video. For anyone who's wondering. The next morning, Thomas ran into Toby at Tidmouth Station. Turned out he didn't stick around long enough to explain because he was still a bit on edge.
He had heard everything. Well, what do you know about that? Anyone would think, chuckled Toby, that our Thomas had just seen a ghost.
Cute. This was a kooky little episode. Nothing noteworthy saying it's spectacular in its writing, but it isn't frustrating to comprehend either. While watching it, I didn't have any serious questions running through my mind. It was just a simple story about Percy wanting to have some fun and show Thomas he wants to be as right as he is. It's really a game of who can be cheekier. I'm more shocked that Toby tolerates and goes along with this. Toby, being an oldie of sorts like Edward, would have me think he wouldn't be as keen on playing around as much. Yet, here he is tagging along and making up stories. I'm not saying he shouldn't, because this shows us, the audience, that he too is willing to forego the rules now and then to have a little fun. Do I think Percy should have pranked Thomas? I don't know. Nobody got hurt, so it's not like Percy's joke went too far. Besides, Thomas didn't even seem to care that Percy got into another accident. He was more frustrated that he would be late. Some friend. Our number one engine, everyone. Both music and set backgrounds have been modified for this entry, no doubt. This is the first Halloween-themed episode in the series, and it's a good start. The Ghost Train intro music was vastly deviant from that of other cues heard so far. The starkness in its sound is clearly heard. When Percy is also traveling around at night, there seems to be Edward's theme played again. A good motif, just wrong character. What stands out the most, though, are the set pieces. Just wow. Look at all the fog used. This is crazy. Everything from the viaduct at night with the full moon, to the passing by the windmill at Crow's Farm Crossing with the jagged-looking trees. It's nothing that we've been shown before, and it is pretty creepy looking. Even the valley area on Thomas's branch line and the watermill look quite ghostly. Just wait till we hit more episodes like this. Oi! Next episode is Woolly Bear. Thanks for watching.